the resentment wasn't there in the beginning. My resentment built when I felt like I was sacrificing my career
Yeah.
ambitions. It was hard for me to see some of my prior colleagues advancing on to get these big gigs and do these great things and be recognized. And then
Mhm.
I'm here changing diapers and
Mhm.
picking chicken nuggets off the floor, you know? Um,
Yep.
and then seeing my spouse being
Yeah.
recognized and
Yep.
respected, and I'm getting slapped in the face by a toddler.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yep.
but it can also be in the small ways. I mean, like where my husband got to wake up and do PT every morning, and I'm
Yeah.
like, when am I supposed to exercise? You know, he got to say it's part of my job. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, but technically it should be part of my job as a mom. I need to be healthy. Resentment is unmet expectations, but it's also unspoken frustrations. Instead of like building it up and letting it fester, but just to say, like, I'm really frustrated right now, you know, because these needs
Yeah.
of mine aren't being met. And like we now kind of have a shared language around stress, like a stress continuum. Like the green zone is like where
Okay.
you're ready to face life. The yellow zone is where like stress is building a little bit. Orange is where like it's getting harder to cope. And then the red zone is like you're shutting down and
Yeah.
you're at your breaking point. Being able to say, I'm
Mm.
pushing from yellow to orange right now. Like, I need a
Okay.
break. I
Oh.
need a morning by myself without kids making a mess.
Mm.
This season, to help me with the resentment that I noticed, was reframing the way that I was seeing
Mm.
sacrifice. Um, so like instead of focusing on what I was giving up, I was shifting my mindset then to what I have, reframing it as like, but look what I get to do. Seeing
Mhm.
what I'm grateful for in that, that's been really helpful. And then the other piece is, and this was big growth for me, is realizing that it's hard for my spouse too.
Yes.
Um,
Yes,
and
that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I think what finally helped me to realize it is because my husband kept saying it. Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't love missing
Mhm.
the big events either. I don't wanna
Yeah.
miss that game or that birthday or that, but, like, even when he's traveling, he's going to eat at a steakhouse and I'm, eating pizza for the 5th
Yep.
night in a row. It's easy to get
Mhm.
resentful for that, but just realizing like being away from us is really hard for him. And the travel really does exhaust him. And his job, like, oh, by the way, it is really hard. Like I
Yeah.
think I'm so like self-focused and
Mhm.
self-centered sometimes that that only like fuels my resentment. So when I get like outside of myself and realize like, okay, this is hard on him too.
That's really good. It's really easy to convince yourself just by default, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like, they're loving it, like, they get
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I get
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the only one struggling here." And it's so
Yeah.
true, though. It's hard to stay mad when you realize that they're also hurting in some ways too.
Yeah.
Piggybacking on that, something that I feel like I do quite often is reminding myself that we are choosing this
Mhm.
together as a
Yes. Yeah.
family. We signed up for this together. And maybe not
Mhm.
every spouse can say that, but we did.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so reminding myself, you know what? He could actually get out.
Mhm. Mhm.
I could actually go get a full-time job
Right.
and X, Y, and Z, but
Mhm.
at what cost? And so
Right.
reminding myself, I'm not actually a
Yes.
prisoner in this situation. And there are things that I can control. And when I can't control X, Y, and Z because this is the life we've chosen, what
Mhm.
are the things I can control? Oh,
Hmm.
I can control me taking my kids out on a trip. I can
Exactly.
go see my parents.
One of our basic human needs is a need for autonomy or choice.
Yeah.
And military spouse, in our life, it can feel like we don't
Mhm.
have control over our lives and we don't have choice. And so what I love that you just mentioned is that we might not have control and choice over everything, where we live or the schedule our husbands or spouses
Yeah.
work, but we can make choices. And so how can we build some autonomy into our life so that that need is being met and so that we can endure the rest of it?
So good.